someone with no computer science degree, no coding boot camp, no GitHub profile, just landed a $5,000 project, building a client's internal workflow tool using an AI coding agent. That used to be impossible. This week it became completely normal. Here is what the data is actually showing. The global software development market is worth over $600 billion. There are not enough developers to fill demand, and AI coding agents are now doing the part that blocked most people out, the writing, the debugging, the actual code. What they still need, what they will always need, is a human who understands the goal, can direct the agent clearly, and knows what good output looks like. That person does not need a computer science degree. They need a different kind of skill. And this week, that skill became real. On June 6, 2026, xAI launched something called Grok Build. It is a terminal-based coding agent, currently in early beta for super Grok-heavy subscribers. And what it does is genuinely different from anything before it. Grok Build does not just suggest code, it plans the entire project first. It breaks the work into parallel subagents, multiple processes running simultaneously, each handling a different part of the build. It produces clean diffs, meaning you can see exactly what changed and why. It supports worktree workflows for complex multi-branch projects. It runs in headless mode for fully automated pipelines, and it uses something called ACP, Agent Communication Protocol, which lets different AI agents communicate with each other mid-build. This is not autocomplete. This is a team of AI developers running in parallel, directed by one human with a clear goal. Hold that thought for a second, because that human directing the agents, that is the new high-value role, and almost no one is training for it yet. Let me show you what this actually looks like in practice. Imagine a small restaurant owner. She wants a booking system with automated text reminders. She cannot afford a developer at $200 an hour. She has no time to learn to code herself. A year ago she was stuck. Today someone with a laptop, a Grok Build subscription, and a clear understanding of what the restaurant owner needs can direct Grok Build to plan, write, and test that entire system in hours, not weeks. The human is not writing the code, they are writing the brief, reviewing the output, asking Grok Build to revise specific parts, and delivering a finished product the client actually uses. That is a real business, built on one skill, the ability to direct an AI coding agent clearly. This is actually exciting when you understand it. Now here's the part that gets genuinely interesting. This week, xAI also launched something called connectors inside Grok Web. Users can now connect SharePoint, Outlook, OneDrive, Google Workspace, Notion, GitHub, and Linear. Plus, users can bring their own MCP server, Model Context Protocol, which means tools built for other AI systems like Claude can work with Grok too. Why does this matter? Because Grok Build is not just writing isolated scripts. It is now building software that connects to real enterprise systems, the tools companies already run on. A person who knows how to direct Grok Build to create a tool that integrates with a company's existing Notion workspace and GitHub is solving a real enterprise problem, not just a side project. If you enjoy learning how AI can actually help your life, consider subscribing for future videos. That is career-level value, charged at rates that reflect it. But what is the actual skill here? Let me be precise. It is not coding, it is not knowing what an API is, it is not understanding machine learning. The skill is called AI Build Direction, and it has 4 parts. First, problem translation, taking what a client actually needs and turning it into a clear brief the agent can execute. Second, output evaluation, looking at what the agent built and knowing whether it solves the original problem correctly. Third, iteration management, knowing when to push the agent to revise, when to accept the output, when to start over with a better prompt. Fourth, delivery, packaging the finished product cleanly, testing it with the client, and making sure it works in the real world. None of those 4 steps require you to write code. All 4 of them require clear thinking, good communication, and attention to what the client actually wants. These are skills most people already have. They just have not applied them to AI yet. The timing of this matters more than most people realize. We are in a window right now. Grok Build launched days ago. The community of people who know how to use it well is tiny, measured in hundreds of people globally, not millions. Early movers in this space are already positioning themselves on freelance platforms, offering what they call AI-assisted development services, targeting small businesses, startups, nonprofit organizations, local service companies. These are clients who need custom tools built, but cannot justify hiring a traditional developer, a person who can deliver a working tool in a week, using Grok Build for a fraction of traditional development cost. is genuinely solving a gap that exists right now. And here's the detail that often gets overlooked. The clients do not care how you built it. They care that it works, that it saves them time, that it is delivered. That is the entire pitch. So how do you actually start this week? Step 1, get access to Grok Build. It is currently available on the Super Grok Heavy subscription. Start the trial, learn the interface, run a simple build. Build yourself a personal task tracker or a simple form tool, something small that teaches you how the agent thinks. Step 2, practice problem translation. Take a problem you already understand, something from your own work or life. Write a brief for Grok Build. Give it a clear goal. See what it produces. Step 3, learn to evaluate output. You do not need to know if the code is perfect. You need to know if the tool does what you asked. Test it yourself. Try to break it. That feedback loop is the skill. Step 4, find one person with a real problem. A friend who runs a small business, a colleague who needs a reporting tool, a local service company with a repetitive admin problem. Offer to build something for free or at a low cost, just to practice the full cycle. Step 5, package what you built. Document it clearly. Show the before and after. That becomes your portfolio. By the time most people discover Grok Build properly, you will already have completed projects, already have testimonials, already have a repeatable process. And think about who benefits from this beyond freelancers. Employees who can direct AI coding agents inside their company are solving problems their colleagues cannot. That visibility gets noticed. It leads to promotions, new titles, project ownership. Students entering the workforce who understand AI build direction are walking into interviews with a skill that is genuinely scarce right now. Small business owners who learn this stop paying for custom tools they can now build themselves in days. The common thread across all of those people. One skill, learned at exactly the right moment. AI is not waiting for people to feel ready. It launched Grok Build this week. It will launch something else next week. The gap between people who engage with this and people who wait grows a little wider every day. You do not need to be a developer. You need to be someone who can direct one. And right now, the developer is an AI agent, available at the cost of a monthly subscription. Start small, build one thing, see what happens. What would you build first if coding was no longer the barrier? Drop it in the comments. I want to see what people are thinking. Chapters: 0 o'clock hook, 0:45, what just happened this week, 2:15. What Grok Build actually does, 4 o'clock, the skill nobody is naming. Yet 5:45, real ways. People are using this now, 7:30. How to start this week with zero experience, 9 o'clock. Final thoughts.